NBA Playoff Friday is here, and for today, I've got the best 3 free plays on the board, including all of the stats, all of the breakdowns, and all of the analysis that you need to know before the Celtics and Sixers get us started at 6 p.m. tonight. Happy Friday, my friends. I am really excited about the picks in today's video because it gives us a chance to add a little bit of extra spice to all 3 games. We've got one from Celtics Sixers, we've got one from Lakers Rockets, we've got one from Spurs Blazers, and guys, all 3 of them have one thing in common. They are absolute bangers. And guys, I am so excited to get you guys these picks in just 1 minute, but be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel because guys, I'm bringing you a brand new data-packed video every single morning. And if we get to 15 likes on today's video, I'm going to throw a bonus pick into the next video. Now guys, don't get me wrong. Today's picks, absolute fire. But honestly, they are not even scratching the surface of my very best picks that I find every single day. In fact, if you guys want my very best picks literally texted right to your phone every single morning, all you have to do is use code BBSMikey when making a first-time deposit on either Betr or on Novig. And when you do that, I am going to hook you up with 30 days free of VIP membership, where you're not only going to get my best picks texted right to your phone every morning, you're also going to get access to my VIP Discord server, you're going to get access to my monthly giveaways, and of course, you're going to unlock sick sign-up bonuses from both Betr and or Novig. On Betr, you are going to get $200 in sign-up bonuses when you sign up. You are going to get a free winner to use in this weekend's games. You are going to get a 23% profit boost from now all the way through the end of the NBA playoffs. And on Novig, they are going to put $50 in your account when you spend just $5 after using code BBSMikey. Heck, guys, you use code BBSMikey on both of these apps, on both Betr and on Novig, and I'm going to go ahead and hook you up with 60 days free of VIP membership. But either way, you use that code on one of them, you're going to get plugged into at least 30 days free of VIP membership. It really is that simple. If you guys want to take advantage, just use the instructions that I left for you in the description of today's video. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the best 3 free NBA bets that you are going to find today. We are going to get this thing started with Mr. Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. We like his odds of going over 1.5 3-pointers. Now, you are going to see a lot of green on the board when you pop this one open. You're going to see that he has 2 or more 3-pointers in 7 out of his last 8 games. So about 88% of the time, averaging 2.75 per game, so a full 1+ over what the line is currently set at. Now, you take a look at the matchup, you're going to see it's very mediocre, right? He's going up against the let me zoom in on this here for you. You're going to see he's going up against the Philadelphia 76ers, who rank a very mediocre 17th in the NBA when it comes to 3-pointers allowed. Of course, Jaylen Brown himself, he has had his way when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc against the Philadelphia 76ers. He has 2 or more 3-pointers in 8 out of his last 9 games against them, dating all the way back to Christmas of 2024. That includes, 6 games against the Sixers this year, where he's hit at least 2 3-pointers in 5 of them. He's 5 out of 6 going over 1.5 3-pointers against the Philadelphia 76ers. Of course, that includes 2 3-pointers in game 1 and 5 3-pointers in game 2. He has been on fire against this defense in particular. Then you're going to see that bettors are favoring the over in this game. We're seeing 59% of bet slips and 61% of money on the over in this contest, suggesting a higher scoring environment. And furthermore, you take a look at how they're approaching the Celtics in particular, you're going to see 67% of bet slips, but 81% of money is on the Celtics to cover the spread. So guys, Not only are we expecting a higher scoring environment in this game, but particularly on the Celtics side of the ball as they cover the spread against the Philadelphia Celtics. Obviously, great news when you're considering the over on three-pointers, which directly correlates with a higher scoring game on the Celtics side of the ball. Last but not least, you're going to take a look at the market, and you are going to find a very bullish market. You are going to see that Underdog has this thing favored all the way at minus 164, Sleeper minus 154, Fliff minus 145, Bet Rivers 132. Then you got Profit X and FanDuel at minus 130. The Score, Caesars, and Novig at minus 125. BetMGM and DraftKings at minus 120. And of course, you got PrizePicks and you got Betr at minus 119. Very confident, very bullish market that Jaylen Brown makes at least 2 3-point shots. The three-pointer thing always screws me up there. All right, so that's our first pick of the day. We got Jaylen Brown over 1.5 3-pointers made. Our next pick of the day, we are going back to the money well. Scoot Henderson has been cashing for us lately. We are going with Scoot Henderson over 19.5 PRA. Now, again, you are going to see a good bit of green on the board for this particular pick. Scoot Henderson does have 20 or more PRA in 7 out of his last 10 games. He's averaging 22.2, almost a full 3 points over where the line is currently set at 19.5. Of course, he is going up against the the San Antonio Spurs. Typically a pretty difficult matchup. They rank 8th in the NBA in points allowed, 8th in the NBA in rebounds allowed, and 12th in the NBA in assists allowed. However, number 1, Victor Wembanyama dealing with a concussion. Might not play. Likely, doesn't seem very likely to play at all. Number 2, you take a look at how they perform specifically against point guards, and it looks like a mouth-watering matchup for opposing point guards, which is Scoot Henderson's listed position. The Spurs rank 27th in the NBA in points allowed to point guards. There's literally only 3 teams that allow more points to point guards than the Spurs do. 27th in the NBA in rebounds allowed. Again, bottom 3 in the NBA. And 9th in the NBA when it comes to assists allowed to point guards. Now, Scoot Henderson himself, he's done pretty well against the San Antonio Spurs in the month of April. He literally has 24 or more PRA in all 3 games he's played against the Spurs this April. Of course, that does include 24 PRA in game 1 against San Antonio and 32 PRA against them in game 2. And now he's back home in Portland with a great matchup and a great chance to keep it alive, stay hot against the San Antonio Spurs. Then again, you look at how bettors are approaching this game. You're going to see that only 38% of bet slips are currently on the over in this game, yet 51% of money is on the over in this game. That indicates to us that there is potentially some sharp money, some sharp bettors throwing a lot of money in the over in this game. That is a good sign. Furthermore, you're going to see 38% of bet slips, but 54% of money is on the Portland Trail Blazers to cover the spread. So just like we were talking about with Jaylen Brown, we're expecting a higher scoring environment, potentially on the Blazers side of the ball specifically. All of that is obviously great news when you're considering the over on 19.5 PRA. Points and assists both factor into scoring. It coincides perfectly. Then again, you look at the market here. You're going to see Underdog is once again very bullish on this one. They have it at minus 164. Sleeper has it at minus 139. Profit minus 136. Fliff minus 130. Bet Rivers minus 125. Caesars 124. Then you got the Score and FanDuel at 120. Novig, PrizePicks, and DraftKings at minus 119. So guys, I love this Scoot Henderson play. Very confident market, very bullish market. If you're going to take this, I highly recommend taking it on Novig by itself, which you can totally do, or taking it on Betr over PrizePicks and DraftKings, because you're going to be able to take advantage of that 23% profit boost and this weekend's free play. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get into our third pick of the day. We are going with Donovan Mitchell over 0.5 points plus rebounds. Guys, that never gets old. That's like my favorite thing to do. But this is a very real pick that is available to you over on Betr. They are literally gifting you Donovan Mitchell to score at least 1 point or grab at least 1 rebound when you use code BBSMikey. Of course, that's not even mentioning the $200 in sign-up bonuses, 23% profit boost, and 30 days free of VIP picks texted right to your phone when you use code BBSMikey on Betr. Guys, I know you love PrizePicks. I do too, but I don't see why you would not take advantage of a free winner, $200 in bonuses, 23% profit boost, and 30 days free of VIP. It's like the biggest no-brainer on the planet. Take advantage. Don't miss out on this. As for the third actual real third pick of today's video, I think this might be the first time in my YouTube channel's history that we've done a Rui Hachimura pick, but we are going with Rui under 14.5 points. Here's why. Now, for starters, you're going to see he's been pretty cold on this particular prop in his last 5 games. He has 14 or fewer points in 4 out of his last 5 tries. Even if you want to zoom out to his last 20, you're going to see 80% of the time he's been under 14.5 points. He's under 14.5 points 74% of the time this season. The matchup, of course, is very, very difficult, right? We know that he's going up against the Houston Rockets. They've been a tough opponent all season long. They rank 4th in the NBA when it comes to points allowed just in general. They're equally as difficult against power forwards, 6th in the NBA. Even if you want to call him a small forward, they rank 6th in the NBA against small forwards. Rui has struggled against difficult defenses. You're going to see he has 14 or fewer points in 18 out of his last 19 games against top 10 defenses. Guys, that includes the Houston Rockets. He has 14 or fewer points against the Houston Rockets in 7 out of his last 8 games against the Rockets, dating all the way back to January of 2025. Of course, that also includes each of the 5 games that he's played against the Rockets this season. 0 points on Christmas, 6 on March 16th, 8 on March 18th, and then, of course, even in Game 1, he only scored 14. Game 2, he only scored 13. So he's 0 for 5 against the Houston Rockets this year, or another way to think of it is 5 for 5 when you're looking at the under on 14.5 points. Take a look at how bettors are approaching this game. Once again, 70% of bet slips is on the over, but 45% of money is on the over. Guys, we're seeing 55% of money hitting the under on this particular contest. That tells us there are some very sharp bettors betting very sharp money on the under. They are expecting a lower scoring game, lower scoring environment. Furthermore, you're going to see that 81% of bet slips are on the Lakers to cover the spread in this game, but only 54% of the money is on the Lakers to cover the spread in this game. So not only are they expecting a lower scoring environment overall, that is especially true on the Lakers side of the ball. Obviously, great news when you're looking at Rui Hachimura to go under 14.5 points. Last but not least, once again, you take a look at the market. You are once again going to find a very confident market that Rui Hachimura lands under 14.5 points. Sleeper, as always, is the most expensive at -137. BetMGM -135. Fliff -130. Bet Rivers, The Score, FanDuel, all at -125. Profit -121. Underdog, Caesars, Novig -120. And then, of course, you got Betr and PrizePicks at -119 and DraftKings at -115. So, guys, to recap, we are going with Jaylen Brown over 3.5 over 1.5 3-pointers. Oh my God. Jaylen Brown to make at least 2 3-point shots. There we go. Good grief. Plus Scoot Henderson over 19.5 PRA. Plus Rui Hachimura under 14.5 points. Guys, we are taking this on Betr so that we can take advantage of the 23% profit boost, the free winner this weekend in Donovan Mitchell over 0.5 points plus rebounds, and $200 in sign-up bonuses, not to mention 30 days free of VIP picks texted right to your phone as no-brainer as it gets. Guys, that is all I have for you in today's video. Please be sure to like the video. If we get to 15 likes, I'm going to throw a bonus pick into the next one. And subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Guys, I'm trying to get you a new data-packed video every morning at 6 a.m. on the dot, 6 a.m. sharp. So subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, make sure you don't miss anything. But other than that, guys, have the best Friday. Have an awesome weekend. Enjoy some NBA playoff basketball. Good luck. Let's make some money.